Okay, today is an exciting video. I wrote down everything I wanted to talk about today on this piece of paper. This morning I had my AP Lit exam and I finished an hour early. Not because I'm a genius, but because I just probably didn't write enough on the essay portion. But I asked the exam person if I could have a piece of paper to just jot down stuff, and I made my notes to talk about today. I am attending the University of Hawaii Manoa next semester, and I just want to go through like the beginning through the end, or like to where I am now with this entire process, because I haven't done a lot of explaining to anybody really, and I feel like for some reason I know I don't owe anybody an explanation for the choices I make, but I understand that this is kind of like an out of the box decision, and maybe this could help somebody else deciding if they would want to go to school or not, or anybody who's had struggles in their college decision in general. I would like to share my story and how I got to this place. So, okay, let's start with back in kind of my thoughts in the beginning of the school year when I was applying for college, right? So in years past, I kind of was gravitating towards Ohio University or Miami University, and I also applied to a bunch of other like small private schools in Ohio. And I was kind of drawn to OU for its kind of liberal and artsy vibe and kind of down to earth, and it's green and it's a college town, and I just kind of loved that vibe. And then I really liked Miami my whole life. I just think it's beautiful. But then we'll get into that. And then my best friend in the whole Sophia goes there. You guys know Sophia by now if you watch my last videos. Sophia decided to go there, and that is obviously a huge pull factor for me. I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, Miami's just like an amazing school. Sophia goes there and she's my favorite person, therefore that's become a place that holds value in my heart because she lives there. So Miami was like huge on my mind back in like August, September, whatever. Okay, so I was applying to all these colleges and I was like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. I kind of got a good feel a little bit. And then I started getting my like acceptance letters, and I wasn't that excited. So, and I might have some footage from earlier back in the year if I want to put that in here. I might not, but I was getting my acceptance letters. I was like, okay, you know, this is cool, but this isn't very exciting, nor does any of this feel like a huge draw for me. So then I started applying schools for kind of fun. And I knew, and I think deep down, I had a feeling, but I was just like, oh yeah, like University of Hawaii, Manoa for fun, like Hawaii Pacific, like they're just beautiful schools, like whatever, like we'll see. But as all of the rest of my acceptance letters came in, I realized I was waiting to get my Hawaii schools acceptance letters, and I was just waiting on those. And I was like, oh my God, like these are the only schools I haven't gotten my acceptance from yet. And it was making me sad. I was like, I want to know. And those were the only ones I was like really curious about. And I was like, okay, that's noted, whatever. Also, I want to just touch on, I'm trying to like make sure I stick to what I'm trying to say. Okay. Also, like when I was applying to college, I kind of felt underwhelmed and overwhelmed at the exact same time. It was such a weird feeling as I submitted, especially submitting my applications.
I'm officially about to apply to college, which like doesn't make sense, and it's putting me it's just I feel very confused and like, oh, I'm applying to college. This is not what I thought it would feel like, or I don't know. I'm about to apply to Miami. I just don't even know, like, should I like be celebrating right now? Should I be having a party? No, you just hit submit. I feel like so many years of my life have been leading up to this moment in like school and just thinking about, oh, I have to apply to college. Like, I have to go to college. I have to get into college. And now I'm just like, I hit my button and it's review and submit.
I really wanted a high five. I wanted a cookie. I literally wanted like a sticker. Like I felt like I just did this huge thing in my life and no one was like, good job, you did it. I just was like, I did it. I did the thing I was supposed to do. And I really wanted someone to tell me that I was doing a good job and whatever. Let's get back to like Thanksgiving. I was like, I have no idea where I'm going. Like, it was like, honestly, I could end up in California. Honestly, I could end up at like Heidelberg. Anyway, I was like, honestly, no clue. And it kind of felt like everybody kind of had a gist of what they were kind of doing. Or anyway, I just felt kind of anxious about everyone wanting information from me, and kind of like, I don't know, didn't feel like a good enough answer for a lot of people, and this gave me like tons of anxiety. That's okay. So the day I got my University of Hawaii Manoa acceptance was such a good day. So I was in my bed, and I wasn't even thinking about college at all. This is like a little mini story. And I was just on my phone not doing anything, and I suddenly got it in my brain. I was like, Hawaii Manoa, like, check your email. Like, I just felt like an immediate impulse, if that makes sense. Like, and I don't have email notifications on my phone. Like, I think I was just like watching a video on YouTube, and I was like, Hawaii Manoa, check email. And they had just sent me my acceptance like 3 minutes ago. Like, it was like fresh. Like, it was like 3 minutes ago email. And I was like, oh my God, this has to be it. And it was. And I cried, and I was like, okay, so this obviously was something I was looking forward to getting. This was something that, you know, because I think for so long I wasn't accepting myself consciously to be like excited for it, or like to be like, oh yeah, I'm going, I want to go there. I didn't let myself think I want to go there until for a while. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, like just waiting on it for fun. I don't know. Like, I was just like, so then when I realized, like, and I was reflecting, like, okay, this meant a lot to me. Maybe I want to go there. Like, maybe you should just let yourself want this big thing. So, oh my God. Okay. I feel like I'm going pretty fast, but so then I got in, right? Whatever. I kind of sat with this for maybe a month and a half, 2 months, because I think I got my acceptance in January, and then I made my decision in March. So I kind of sat on this for 2 months, kind of just like, I don't know, probably gonna go somewhere. Kind of toying with, or like starting to mention, hey, I might go to Hawaii. Like, what do you think about that? To like my mom and my dad, or not really my dad, just kind of my mom and my sister, and just kind of getting a little bit of feedback. Like, maybe someone could help me organize my own thoughts. And this helped a lot. Like, verbalizing my dreams and saying them out loud gave them so much more weight. And I was starting to able like conceptualize, oh, I could do this. Like, I could do this. I could do this. I can do this. And once I realized that, and I had support from my family and friends, and God bless, like, I'm so grateful, because the people who really, really love me all had really nice reactions and gave me lots of support about doing what I want to do. And they've never, like, made me feel bad about it or anything. They've been amazing and very supportive about what I want. I went back and forth a little bit. I didn't see myself going to any other school. I wasn't teetering with any other school. And like, I think I was more thinking, okay, it's either Hawaii or like, there wasn't another school competing with Hawaii. It was like, I do Hawaii or I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I kept coming here, I kept thinking about Hawaii, and I had a lot of feelings of confusion, guilt. One of the thoughts that was on my mind a lot was, why would I get to go to Hawaii? Or why me? Or like, who gave me the right to go? Or what privilege do I have? Like why me, kind of? Or like, yeah, everyone would want to go to Hawaii, right? Like, why doesn't everyone do this? Why would I let myself get this thing that like everybody wants? And then as I started kind of opening up the conversation to other people at school and stuff like that, and people were like, oh my God, that's crazy and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, like, did you ever think about that? And they're like, no, like, but other people don't want to do that. Not everybody wants to do the thing that I'm doing. And I think I have this fear a lot about my life in general. Like maybe even like YouTube. I'm like, why am I giving myself the right to do something I really, really want to do? Like, doesn't everyone want to post YouTube videos? And then I'm like, no, not everybody wants to post YouTube videos. And also, you're allowed to do things you want to do, Scarlett. And that was the same thing with Hawaii. It's like, no, not everybody wants to go to Hawaii for school. You're allowed to do that. It's okay. Let yourself win. Let yourself do things you want to do. And I also felt a lot of guilt maybe about like leaving my family. And it's not like I'm leaving my family like I'm leaving, just like, okay, I'm gonna miss my little sisters and I'm missing their kind of life, and I don't know, just battling with like fairness, and it's just like, I know I need to do what's best for me, and that's what I am doing in the end, like doing what I want to do. It's my life, whatever. But like I did think about like, oh my God, my sisters, my family, Sophia, like they're all here, you know, and that kind of like, well, maybe they want me here, you know? But it's okay. That's okay. Then I started to like look for roommates, and I was a little worried about the situation in general because my older sister didn't have a very good or a positive experience. Her first roommate assignments, like she didn't really get along with them well. And so I kind of heard this and I was like, oh my God, like how am I gonna get a good roommate? You know what I mean? Guys, I don't know. I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky. I think I hit the jackpot. And I don't know if this is just because we're over screen, you know what I mean? But she's genuinely like, we FaceTimed. She's genuinely seeming like a really good, valid human being, especially to share a space with. I looked for things we have in common because those are the people I usually like to talk to, and like we can share ideas and whatever. So we have a lot of stuff in common, and she's from Connecticut. Her name's Sarah. Shout out. She doesn't know I have a YouTube channel. And I actually don't know when I'm going to tell people I have a YouTube channel. I probably won't. I probably will not tell anybody. Like when I go to college, when I go there, I'm not going to be like, I have a YouTube. Just because I also think it's weird to have people who you're gonna have relationships with know you through the camera before they know you in actual real life. So I feel like once I get to know people and they get to know me in person, then I can be like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a YouTube. So I want to get to know Sarah before. I want to get to know her and like before she could see all of this information about my life, if that makes sense. So she doesn't know I have a YouTube. Shout out to Sarah if you're watching this in the future. Hello, you're probably an angel. I cannot wait to meet you. I have just a great roommate. So that also makes my situation like more comforting, if that makes sense. So I'm looking into it and I'm thinking, yeah, and I've got somebody else who's leaving their family, someone else who's coming from so far away, and we're both going to be able to share this experience together. And I'm jumping all over the place. I didn't really have this planned like chronologically, but I want to go back to why, like in the fall, I think what really drove me away from Miami and OU is I don't know if this is an actual term, but I got such bad small town fever. Like, and my town isn't even that small. I just felt so stuck. And I felt so like the walls were closing in on me. Like, there's no opportunities here. Everything is just kind of base level, and like everyone just stays here. No one gets out. And I felt like, oh my God, I can't go to Miami or U. Guys, everyone from like this area goes to Miami or U or UC or, you know, and I didn't want to go to a school where I already have a name or I already have like a reputation or people could talk about me there. That's not it. That's really not it. I'm so excited. And it's not like I have like a super dark past I'm taking to a school. Like, it's not like I have like secrets I'm worried about. It's just like, I don't like the idea of people, like, I want a fresh start. That's such a cool opportunity at this point in my life where I get to like hit refresh on meeting these new people and forming relationships and not having like some ghost of 15-year-old Scarlett and 16-year-old Scarlett and 17-year-old Scarlett like trailing behind me. Like, I kind of can like let those girls go and really focus on who I am today and let people meet that person only, you know, if that makes sense. So that's what kind of drove me away, is I felt really like no. Like I can't go somewhere where everyone else is gonna be. I don't want to see anybody from high school. That's not, I'm ready to leave these years behind and start a new life. And that's also so exciting to be able to think about, like, I'm gonna meet so many new people. And I love socializing, and I love getting to know other people, and like, oh, I just can't wait to know everyone's, I don't know. I'm so excited to meet new people and like know their stories and hear their lives and like learn from people from all over the world. So exciting. Now I feel really excited. I think I'm really excited for this new chapter of my life. I almost only feel anxious about feeling anxious. Like, I feel like I'm gonna feel anxious in August, and that's what's making me anxious. But I'm not anxious right now, so I don't know. I'm like anticipating the anxiety, which is such an awful feeling. Like, in the moment, I'm okay. Like, nothing bad's happening. I have no idea what I'm studying. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna study there. And so I'm going at undecided / exploratory, which I think is the right move because I'm open to different paths. The things I'm really fascinated by are like health and nutrition, wellness. I love learning about like spirituality and like philosophy and like thinking, like psychology. And I'm also fascinated by like solutions to climate change and world hunger, like solutions to big global problems. So those are things I'm interested in. Those are the things I like to learn about. If you gave me a book, I would read it. Like, I want to know. I want to know those things. So those are the things I'm planning on taking classes in. I just don't know what my like declared major is going to end up being, or my minor. Well, I actually think I'm going to minor in a language. I just haven't decided what language. I already have a lot of Spanish knowledge because I took 4 years in high school. So I'm probably most likely to do a minor in Spanish, but it would also be so cool to know another language also. Like, keep up with Spanish and then also study another language. It would be so cool. So, yeah, don't know what I'm studying. That doesn't give me much anxiety. That's on my mind a little bit. It's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. And I know my heart's gonna break leaving. But I'm just kind of gonna accept that. And I'm not gonna try to avoid that. And I'm not gonna say, oh no, I'm not gonna be sad. I am gonna be sad. So sad to leave a few people. Like, that's really hard. Like, I have a really good family, and I have Sophia, and I've met some pretty cool people in the last few months. But that's okay. And it's gonna hurt. Okay. And I just have to accept that, and I'm gonna let that hurt when it does. I'm just gonna accept that loss, you know? But I don't think you can have this like huge big opportunity without like closing a few, like, or just like, you know, I don't know. You can't have it all. You cannot have it all. I mean, you can. I don't know. I think now I'm just like spiraling or like trying to convince myself. Like, what I mean is, like, maybe in this situation I can't have it all. I can't win all 5 ways or whatever. So I'm picking what would benefit me in the long term. And obviously I'm never going to stop being friends with Sophia or anything. I'm not concerned about the state of my friendship. It's just going to be harder and sad that I can't see her for a few months when I go, you know? For some reason I still like don't like talking about it with random people, like teachers, students, extended relatives, like extended family. None of it. It's not exciting to talk about with random people. It's only fun to talk about with people who like really know me and love me. But I don't know why it's so easy to share with the camera, but it kind of just feels like I'm talking to myself, which is why I think it's so easy. But that still gives me like a lot of anxiety. I'm not having a graduation party. I decided not to do that. To me, that's just, like, anyone I'd want to invite would be like 4 people, and then I'm like, why would I do that? So I'm gonna do something else with the money that would be spent on my graduation party. I'm gonna just put that in my pocket. Not put it in my pocket, but like put that in a save for later space, because I don't want a graduation party. And I'm nervous to go to people's graduation parties in May and June. Like, that stuff makes me like, I don't want to, I do want to go. I don't want to go alone. But okay. And I quit lacrosse yesterday. But my coach responded so supportingly and understandingly, and like there's no bad blood or anything between anyone. Nothing bad happened. I just finally was like, I had a game yesterday and I was dreading the game all day and I literally did not want to go. And then I was like, oh, why am I doing this? So I just texted him and I was like, I quit. And I said more, but you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not going. Like, doesn't make sense. I should not have to do something that's making me like miserable. And he responded well, and I'm really grateful for that, and I'm glad it's over because now I can go back to doing things I want to do. And yeah, I just feel like that weight has been lifted off my shoulders a little bit. I got a prom date, which that's good. That feels also like something I don't have to think about, and that's exciting. And prom's exciting, and I love dancing, and so I'm really excited for prom. And I feel like I had something else to update you on. Oh! I got some backlash, but not actually, and I don't want to address this and then I don't want to address it and then like feel like they got what they wanted, or like I don't want to feed into this at all, but like I got some upset people at my last video. And that was a new thing to navigate. I was like, okay, some people don't like this. This piece of fuzz remains on my face the rest of the video. And so I'm gonna refilm the rest because I'm editing and all I'm looking at is this piece of fuzz on my face. So I'm gonna refilm. Okay, so back to what I was saying is that I don't want to give into or like get into like, I'm not defending myself. I just want to make it clear, and I just want to say that I'm not making these videos to make you like me or make you like the video or anything. I really make these to share my honest truth and experiences in life, and hopefully in return that helps somebody somewhere in some way. Like, that's it. So if you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. That's really, really okay. And like, I hope you find something else, you know what I mean? But anyway, what else did I talk about? Okay. Another mini story I wanted to share, or something that kind of made me feel confident about going, was I was scrolling through my old Pinterest boards and I was cleaning them out, right? And I found this board from like 5 years ago, and it was called like Hawaiian Vibes or something dumb. This was back like Visco era. Before then even, I don't know. And I found a picture of Hawaii Manoa on the board. And that was just such a surreal moment when I saw it. I was like, huh, like little Scarlett knew. You know what I mean? Like she didn't know, but she had a clue and she knew that this was awesome. And like, you know what I mean? And that felt good. And then also what was weird is that my mom had met a professor from Hawaii Manoa on some like random trip she went on. And that was just weird. And like, the world is so small. You know what I mean? Like, it just felt like another reassuring sign. The universe has weird ways of showing signs. And if you just are open to receiving the universe's ways of talking to you, like you can't, I think a misconception of asking for a sign is when you're like, show me a blank if you think I should do this, or asking for really specific signs. But really, if you just offer up to the universe, like, let me know blank, or show me blank, or I mean, like, show me a sign in general, the universe will talk to you. The universe will talk to you, but you have to be open to like all different forms and all the different mediums the universe can show up through other people, through songs, through movies, through intuition, through nature. Like, you have to be open to all the different ways that the universe can communicate with you. You think the universe is just going to show up in the middle of your day and be like, go to Hawaii? No. No, but it was in like the passing people and seeing Hawaii on their shirts and like, or eavesdropping and hearing other people talk about their vacation to Hawaii. And it was just like very, okay, I get it. Thank you. Okay, I see. Yes. Like, I just felt like overwhelming support from the universe, and that really helped me in my decision. Another thing I want to touch on is the difference in reactions from loved ones and like strangers or like peers or teachers and stuff like that. Is like when I tell somebody that really, really loves me and cares about me that I'm going there for school, they're like, oh my God, that's so exciting. They light up and I can feel their excitement for me, and I feel nothing but good energy. When I tell like strangers or people who don't know me that I'm going, they're like, that's expensive, or like, really, like, you're not going to see your family very much. Like, yeah, I know. I thought about these things before I made my decision. And like, also, I know I'm so, so, so grateful. I'm so blessed in this life to be able to even consider Hawaii for school. Like, to even afford like the plane ticket out there. Like, I'm so grateful for my circumstances allowing me the opportunity to go to Hawaii. Like, I understand I'm blessed. But I am going to be in debt. I am going to be in debt from going to the school. Like, it's not like I have some full ride or anything. I'm going to be in debt. But I have this innate feeling, and I've always kind of had this innate feeling about my future, that I'm going to be successful, and that there's really nothing to worry about, and that no matter, I don't understand the how right now, but I understand that I'm going to get to a place where I'm well off and like financially stable. Like, paying off this school debt is just going to be part of my finances in the future, and that's not a big deal. And I'm so grateful that it's not a big deal. I'm grateful for this opportunity, but like, I wasn't going to let the fear of being in big debt like stop me from going. Also, it's like 4 years of my life. You know what I mean? It's 4 years of my life. And maybe 4 years just seems like a lot of time because I'm only 18. Like, maybe 4 years won't feel like that much when I'm like 60 years old. But like 4 years, yeah, I'm gonna go to Hawaii. like that's the most exciting thing I could think of. Like, why not jump? You know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, I have these videos from back when, in February, I think, when I was struggling a lot with anxiety and like making the decision and being okay with my decision. And I've never felt more like humbled to be human and like have these decisions to make than like in these moments. And I'm going to share those here. Feel free to laugh if you want. I know I'm like freaking out. I'm like crying, trying to console myself. Like, it's okay. Like, you don't know, but I just felt like such a little kid. I hope you enjoy like like you can like see her and then see like, I'm okay. I figured it out. You know what I mean? Like, you'll figure it out. We've all got this. We're in it all together. You know what I mean? Like, we're all doing these things for the first time together. Okay, this is for future me. I feel overwhelmed, and I don't know where you're going, and I don't know what you're gonna do, and I have no plan for you. I do have a plan. It's just weird, and like, I don't know. It doesn't feel real. It feels hard. It feels, I don't know, I'm just really stressed about the future, I think. I'm like making a decision and being okay. I don't know. I'm such a kid. Like, at the end of the day, I'm 17 years old right now. Like, and I don't know. I don't want to make excuses, and like all the time I feel so old. All the time I feel so like grown up. I'm 17 years old. I have my entire life ahead of me, and like I'm sorry. Like, where I go to college and, like, what I do, it just plays a huge part of my life. And, like, it just feels so hard to make that decision. Because I'm so young. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. If you have any questions about my decision making or anything, I would be totally down to do a Q&A style video if you guys have questions like how I found my roommate or how much it is and all that stuff. I'm so down to be completely transparent about all those details. I just don't know if that's interesting for you, so if it is, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.